is when it really gets tense. Only 4 teams remain in the biggest club competition in the world, and we're not far away from kick-off in the first leg. It's PSG, they face Bayern Munich, and it's live next on EA TV. And good evening to you from the Parc des Princes here in the French capital, Paris, the venue for tonight's action. And Derek Ray here on the gantry, joined for commentary today by Sue Smith. And on the menu, action from Europe's premier club competition, the Champions League. This, the first leg of the semi-final. It's Paris Saint-Germain up against Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I can't wait for this one. We've got 2 brilliant teams who absolutely deserve to be here. They played some lovely stuff along the way too. This should be a cracker.
And here is the initial 11 for Paris Saint-Germain. Achraf Hakimi plays with Nuno Mendes in the fullback positions, and the lead striker is Ousmane Dembélé. Well, here is the Bayern side. Manuel Neuer begins in goal. Jonathan Tah plays with Dayo Upamecano in central defence. And the responsibility of leading the line today goes to Harry Kane. A potentially exciting match in store, and it's Paris Saint-Germain who kick off. Chance for Dembélé. It's the opening statement in this semi-final, putting them in front, and there they intend to stay.
Well, here's the replay, and he shows great skill to play the ball through. The way to pass is just right. And then as soon as Dembele's through on goal, you're confident that he's going to finish. He opts for power, and it just flies into the back of the net.
Well, the ball is moving again. Can Bayern come up with the right reply? And PSG showing good width here. Takes aim. Oh, so fluent, so coherent. 2 goals already. Comes away with the lead standing at 2-0. Hakimi. Good visualisation and execution. Oh, got into position brilliantly.
Yeah, anticipated well there. Read that before it even happened.
Harry Kane. Decent looking pass. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Teammates available, but they dealt with the threat posed. Zaire Emery. Oh, in with a chance! And it wasn't all that far away from being a goal.
Well, he just needed to show a bit more composure there, take a little bit off the shot.
Tar. And a chance for Bayern to use width to good effect. Too easy, far too easy. Well, that's good defending, well organised up the back.
Yeah, looked like a real promising attack, didn't it? Closed down well there, stopped it quickly.
Danger building. And a relatively straightforward save for the keeper. Michael Olise. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. Joshua Kimmich. Well, not hard to read that pass. And Bayern moving the ball with purpose. Musiala. Sliding in and winning the ball.
Oh, it's a great challenge. It's a bit risky, but it came off.
It's a neat move. And there it breaks down, but credit to the defence. Nersch. Kimmich. Oh, tremendous vision. Moving the ball well here. To eat into the lead. Oh, it's been given as a penalty. And also a yellow card.
Yeah, he got both decisions right there, you know.
And this to reduce the deficit. And a goal to get them back into it. Do not count them out. Their dreams of reaching the final remain alive.
Well, if we watch this again, he's got to just dive, predict which way he thinks he's going to go. He doesn't, and it makes for an easy finish in the end.
Well, back underway here, and Bayern are giving this a real go. And the pass not quite accurate enough. And a throw-in then. Well, found wanting in the throw-in department there. It's there for him! And a goal! There he is at the double. They just can't subdue him.
The replay, and what a run this is. He just couldn't get anywhere near him, and then he manages to keep his cool at the end and finishes it off well.
underway. Again with the score at 3-1. Stanisic. And Kimmich. Kane. Well, that's not textbook defending. Oh, great block. Well, that was an opportunity to get themselves back into this contest.
It was a good try. It's not a bad attempt, that, and you just feel if they can get a goal, they're right back into this game.
Can he get one back? And a fine stop. Played over. Kvaratskhelia. Now counter-attacking possibilities. No, not very clever defending. Oh, goodness me, he's hit the post. He got a good palm on it. Genuine chance. A goal! And it seems they're truly cruising to victory here.
Again, I love how he just dances by his marker like he's not even there, and then he just shows his cool to finish it off well.
So the action continues. It's been all PSG so far, and you sense there could be extra punishment dished out. Kimmich. On to Musiala. Oh, he's left his marker for dead, and he's driving his team forward. Safe pair of hands, did his job. Now they have possession in a good area of the pitch. Oh, that's top-notch goalkeeping, you've got to say. And we will have a couple of additional minutes at the end here. Nuno Mendes. Now with Kvaratskhelia. Warren Zaire-Emery. Decent position. Has a go. And it's been given as a penalty.
Can see it again, and he's done well to read the intentions, but just can't quite get a touch on it as it sails over him. So close to being a fantastic stop.
And so the half-time whistle has gone here at the Parc des Princes in Paris. Ousmane Dembele, so poised and productive and really producing for his team in this game.
Well, the keeper's probably had enough of him. Had no rest with all those efforts flying in. He's made it look easy today. calm, clinical, and right on target.
So underway again here, and Bayern with an uphill climb after the events of the first half. Well, racing past his man. Oh, that's textbook goalkeeping. Who can he pick out? Well, the keeper had to intervene, under a bit of pressure there. Back then to the goalkeeper. Bayern throw-in coming up. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. But it fizzles out thanks to that piece of defending. And it's opening up. And splendid reflex action there.
Well, it takes something special to save like that from close range. His reactions were remarkable.
Oh, disappointing clearance. Corner for Bayern then. Let's see about the delivery. Well, it's Bayern's turn now. On a powerful effort, but not threatening the goalkeeper, and he'll be disappointed. Oh, he's lost possession of the ball. Will it go in? And a fine stop. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Vitor Ferreira. Oh, now this could be troublesome. Well, was very keen to make it a double, but it didn't quite happen.
Yeah, there's a real sharpness to his play. Getting into good positions on a regular basis, isn't he?
Oh, it's on! Well, not an effort for his own personal scrapbook. Corner opportunity for Bayern. Well, his direction was just a little bit off. Joshua Kimmich. Musiala. Opportunity here, and fine goalkeeping. Joshua Kimmich with the corner. Another corner conceded. What can they do with this one? Substitution it is for PSG. Well, the short corner routine. An utterly disappointing cross. Goal kick. Ferreira. Hakimi. Here's Marquinhos. Now with Hakimi. PSG a little wasteful in possession. Real chance. Oh, a brilliant save!
Yeah, he was right on the money with his position in there. That's top quality goalkeeping.
Well, Well, not away properly. And a good intervention.
Oh, he was so alert there. Read the situation well.
Oh, might be. And a little too close to the keeper in the end. And he could be in proper trouble here. And nicely parried away. Oh, genuine chance. And a goal this time. Applying the finishing touch. Just what the doctor ordered.
Well, here it is again, and this is great pressure, high up the field. They don't just go in ones and twos, they all go together, and that makes it so difficult to play out. Then it's a nice finish after that.
And Dembele couldn't keep the ball. Kane. Well, on a hat-trick and utterly motivated.
Well, you can see how much he wants the match ball. He's been clinical so far. Not quite this time, though.
Pacho. Well, now they have possession. Chance here. Oh, it's in! And just like that, they're right back in it with all the momentum behind them.
Well, we can see it here again, and it's a good finish. But for me, it's all about the press beforehand. Really disciplined, working as a team to force the mistake. And then they take full advantage. It's a really good goal.
Not a scoreline we see all that often. 5-3. João Neves. Hakimi. Perfect tackle. Could pull one back here. And a goal! They just keep believing. Who's to say they can't do it now?
Well, here's the replay. You do have to feel for the keeper, though. He's been completely exposed. But once he's through, it's a neat finish. Very cool and collected.
Well, I must say, I'd have to go back quite a few years to remember the last time I covered a game with a scoreline of 5-4. Now we're inside the final 10 minutes in this one.
Well, they've worked so hard to be in front here, and that's been recognised by the supporters. They just need to hold on now. There's not long left.
Bayern unable to hold on to the ball. To be a throw-in, and the referee has decided to award the free kick to PSG. Ferreira. Well, this could really help the cause. Intercepted effortlessly, and he has options available. They might not get too many more opportunities. Bayern have got to be positive. And the keeper is breathing a massive sigh of relief. That should have gone in.
Yeah, that was a great chance, wasn't it? Just really lacked composure there.
And the advantage is with PSG. Marquinhos. Now with Hakimi. We might see the wide route as a fruitful one, PSG. The electronic board has been held in the air, and we're going to have a minimum of 4 added minutes. João Neves. Fabian. Well, you might say it's the ideal way to see out a game when you can pass like this.
Yeah, it must be frustrating to play against this.
Willian Pacho. Deciding to give it to the keeper. Lucas Hernandez. Given away by Bayern Munich. And with that, the referee brings this knockout stage contest to an end. Paris Saint-Germain with the advantage, one that they will now carry into the decisive second leg of the tie.
Well, at this stage of the tournament, you take any lead going into the second leg. I tell you what, though, this tie is far from over. Very little to split the two sides today.
Well, as is often the case, Ousmane Dembélé was a real handful for opponents. Interested to know how you would sum up his contribution.
Yeah, he caused them a lot of problems off the ball, closing them down and never giving them a minute in possession. On the ball, he was brave and showed quality with his goals.